Hello friends, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Claudia, and in today's video you might be wondering, why am I sitting on the floor? Why am I right here by my pantry? But if you can tell, this pantry is a mess right now, mostly the bottom part. I have to say some of the shelves are okay. I wouldn't say perfect, but they're okay, in okay condition. But right here on the floor, it is a mess. So today we're gonna tackle this pantry. I have already redecorated my home. I have taken down all my Christmas decor, put all of that away. So now it's time to start organizing and decluttering my home. So I'm going to begin with my pantry, since I'm in here most of the time, getting ingredients to make the meals that I make for my family throughout the day. So this is one of my most used spaces. I'm going to start by this because I know that once I have finished this, once I have accomplished this, I'm going to feel so much better, and it's gonna motivate me to continue with the other areas of my home that I also need to declutter and organize. So if you like this type of videos, if you need motivation, if you have a messy pantry like me or any other space in your home that needs a little bit of help, you can either watch me do it and then get up and do it after this video is over, or we can do it together. So let's get started. Now let me show you guys what my pantry looked like before I started taking everything out. The thing that was bothering me the most, truthfully, was all the stuff that I had on the floor, because I couldn't even walk in there. Like, I could take one step in there and that was about it, because I have so many things on the floor. And then also some of the stuff, as you can see, on the containers, on the Lazy Susans, it was just out of place. It was in a spot where it did not belong. Things were on top of things, and I don't like to have it that way anymore. I used to be able to be okay with it, but ever since I organized my pantry for the first time, now I know that it's so much easier if things are accessible. And like you can see here, I had baking stuff with mac and cheese. I had a little container that only had a couple of cranberries and peanuts in there, which this space was not being utilized correctly. And I have a bunch of things down here. I have 2 baskets in the bottom, which is where we keep the overstock. And I had actually placed a big grocery order before Christmas to have enough stuff for Christmas time and the holidays for a company that were coming over. So I had just kind of put everything on the floor or wherever I found the spot, I put it there, because I did not have time to organize my pantry. My seasoning racks are looking okay, but I still have to go through them just to make sure that whatever items are expired, I can take them out. And then I was showing you guys right here in this corner, I have some silverware, plastic party silverware. So I'm going to be taking that out, and I'm going to be utilizing that space better, since I think I'm going to need another basket. And I have one in the garage that I have not been using. So I might have to bring that one back in and I can put it up. Now it's time to get the stuff out of the pantry so I can have a more breathable, workable space. I'm not going to take everything out this time, since it's not my first time organizing my pantry. I know the items that are working, I know the things that are okay, and I just have to do a little bit of organizing on those. So I'm only going to be taking out the stuff that I feel that are going to be in my way, or big baskets that I need to go through to check expiration dates. But other than that, like you can see right here, I'm leaving those containers there because it works out perfect. The way it's laid out, it works out perfectly for me. I'm just kind of switching out some of the items that I have into other containers that I know I don't grab all the time, or that if I get one, I know it's gonna last me a little longer. longer. So I like to keep things that I'm going through or that I'm grabbing on a daily basis or multiple times a day more accessible. You just have to work with whatever works for you. I try taking all of my pastas out of the boxes, doing all that, but truthfully, the pasta, the rice, some of the things that I decant are okay, but others I just prefer to keep them in the containers that they come. I do take them out of the big boxes, like things like oatmeal or popcorn, little things like that. I do take them out and I just kind of put them in a different organizer. But I love having this Lazy Susans. They work perfectly for all of your bottles, vinegars, all those kinds of things. And I think the more you do it, the more you kind of train yourself and you learn that if it's not broken, you don't need to fix it. Kind of like what I did earlier. I left my cans, I left my pastas there. I didn't need to take those out because I know they work perfectly for me the way they are. So I don't need to fix that. I just kind of need to, maybe clean it up a little bit, make it a little bit better. And that's what I'm doing right here too. I usually cut the extra bag or the extra wrapping paper off of the bread, tostadas, tortillas, things like that, because the less wrapping that you have, the less bulky the items appear. So that's another thing that I can tell you that helps me out a ton. It's like whenever we do toast in the morning and there's a little bit more bag that I need, I just kind of cut that off and it instantly becomes smaller. I also like to have items accessible for my daughter so she can grab a snack if she needs to. She always asks me if she can get something, but I like to be able to tell her, yes, you can get an applesauce or a bar, and she is able to do it herself. Another thing that I do try to keep a little more hidden or a little more difficult to get to, it's like candy, because I don't allow her to have candy all the time. So I don't want her to be sneaking into the pantry and just getting it. Right here, I was just measuring, making sure that the basket that I wanted to put up there fit before I filled it up with all the things that I was going to put in there. And I mostly put crackers. And that's one of the things that I like to do when I organize a pantry. I like to kind of put items in categories because it helps me. Like, I know this basket has crackers, cookies, all those items, so whenever I need to bring out some more crackers or more cookies, I know exactly where to go. Having an organized pantry has taught me so much. It has helped me so much as well, and saving money and just being more content about cooking, making my grocery list as well is so much easier. And I was one that I never had an organized pantry before. I always used to just put stuff wherever it went. If you can go back and watch my first pantry organization video, I was watching it and I was like, oh my goodness, I had so much stuff and we threw away so many things because they were expired. Some of them had been expired for years and we didn't even know. Some things we had purchased many times because we didn't know that we already had some in the pantry. So having an organized pantry, it's very helpful. Like right here, I hadn't gone through my spices in a while, and as you can see, those are some of the items that I had most of that were expired as spices right here. But I'm also showing you guys that I'm reusing those beautiful glass containers. They don't have to go to waste. We don't have to go out and buy some more glass containers when we can just reuse this ones. And what I did is I just took off the tag that it had, and then I washed them, and I'm gonna be using those. And I love that. I love being able to reuse those containers, and it also makes my pantry look more aesthetically pleasing to the eye, of course, which is another thing that I think is good about having an organized pantry. Here it is. As you guys can see, it is a big difference, and I know it looks very different, or it might not look too different to you when you're looking at it, the changes that I made, but to me it's a big change. It's so much, because now I know what I have. I know where everything is at. I don't have to move 10 boxes to get to one Ziploc bag. I don't have to wonder whenever I'm making my grocery list. I can see everything. And another thing that I was doing when I was going through organizing the pantry is I was writing down the items that I needed to repurchase. Like if I needed to repurchase allspice because it was expired, I was writing it down in my grocery list. That way I know that item is being replaced. And another thing that I noticed as well is I was able to acknowledge the things that we don't really use, like the coconut oil that was expired. We don't use coconut oil, so I won't be buying coconut oil anymore. So I'm not gonna be wasting my money buying things that we don't consume if they're just gonna sit on my pantry and then I'm gonna end up throwing them away, especially items like that are super expensive. I'd rather not get them. Maybe I can substitute coconut oil for something that I have at the house if it's just a one-time thing. Sometimes we need things that are only meant to make one recipe and then we end up never using them again. The good thing about learning from what you're doing, it's not only helping you feel better or make your home look better, but it's also teaching you, and you are learning about the things that you do consume and the things that you don't. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you were able to find some motivation. And don't forget to give it a like if you did. Guys, I'm so happy with the result. I already feel so much better, because I don't know if that happens to you, but this happens to me all the time. When I have a space that, like my pantry was before, that I could barely like put my foot in there every time I was trying to find something and I have to move things around to look for things that I have, it just stresses me out so much, and it makes me like not even want to cook, not even want to do that task that I need to do, because I just don't want to walk into that space. But now that it's all organized, it's not picture perfect, I gotta say, it's not picture perfect, but I'm learning to do it. I'm learning to organize things in a way that works for me and for my family. That's the most important thing. I know I want it to look pretty as well, but not only that, I want it to work for us, and I want it to help us accomplish whatever task we have to do, like cooking or getting a snack or whatever we have to go into that pantry for. I want it to be pleasant. So I'm happy with the way it turned out. I hope that you guys found motivation, and if you haven't done yet and you do have a space in your house that you need to organize, come on, once this video is over, go ahead and get it started, even if you just do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for pressing play on this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye. God bless you.